That was stupid. My Streamlabs just crashed. Like, just completely fried itself. Yeah, once we get Banff, we'll be able to judge Joe Castanew. Okay, our timer is at 9 hours and 20 minutes. 9 hours and 20 minutes is 10 times 60 minus 40. 560. Yeah, I don't have any more relocate characters, and I think they took all of my fleet, I think. Because usually I use Empire here. But I think they took my stuff for Empire. Looks like no. Are we back? Can everyone see me? Okay. Bye, Scythe. Did I do it right, Robomelon? Dang, we're kind of stuck right here. Yep, that sucked. We got stuck on critical hit immunity. I don't know what you're smoking over there. Just saying, Robomelon. Yeah, don't mind us just one-tapping your whole team. Hey, Lumar. No, we actually haven't really done most of our incentives because we've been so busy today. We just haven't had time to do our incentives. And so I'll be going through all our incentives tomorrow when we have some time. Let me just deploy somewhere. Preload. Preload. So lowest open planet. 50, 42, 61. When does the Mandalorian or the Mandalorian Lightspeed bundle go live? Are you talking about Maul, or are you talking about the other people? I believe that's the 5th is when all of that goes live. Yeah, the Maul one is live for the other people. That's gonna be on the 5th. It's been a busy couple of days. Yeah, that's fair. Not afraid to reach too high. My butt hurts. It's almost like I've been sitting in a chair all day. Jonah. You didn't tell me anything, Jonah. An executor rush that's heading towards CLS to go towards Jabba. $68 plus X'd out 73. I love that. It's Paw Patrol tonight. Well, look at that. The Paw Patrol is tonight. So here's the thing. Oh, sorry, Mara. I don't know why you're right underneath my desk. Here's the thing, Jonah. With an account this early, you're not really building for teams too much. You want to build into your first big project, which you did Executor, and now you need to get to your first GL. And I highly suggest going through the Rebel Trinity and going into Jabba specifically. You already have GAC teams in here to finish. That I'm the wrong person to ask. Great one. I can check the data on sogo.gg if you'd like, but I don't own Leia right now, so... and even when I own Leia, I'm probably going to drop her on defense permanently. Hey, Swag. Also, Swag, hit me up. We should play Star Wars The Old Republic during the stream on one of these days with One Tired Sith. Yes. No. If you want better PvP viability, you're going to go for Leia. If you want better just overall viability, you're going to go JML, because JML can get you, you know, conquest feats and things like that. And so JML is a little bit more high value to me for other things, but Leia is one of the best PvP GLs in the game. As well as JML also leads you into Profundity, which is a great second GL fleet. So that's usually my suggestion, is Jabba into JML into Profundity. But you certainly can do Jabba into Leia if you prefer the PvP element. Relic 5, your Savage, and your Wampa, dude. Don't leave him at Relic 3. Once you finish your Jedi Knight Luke and your Jedi Knight and Luke unlocked, Relic your Jedi Knight Revan. Don't feel like you need to spend Zetas. You've already spent a lot of Zetas, and a lot of Zetas that you could get right now is really not worth it. So save up your Zetas and apply them as you go. You know, throw the 3-Poc Zeta on, sure, because you're working on the CLS team right now, but don't throw Zetas on just random characters. You know, just feel free to save up Zetas. So, who's under modded? Piet being fast is solid. Love seeing Bosk fast. I'd like to see Grief Karga faster. Yeah, this Grief Karga should be at 270 speed-ish right now. Because you want him to be at least 1 speed slower than Bosk, but as close to Bosk as possible. And so you get 20 speed from going from gear 12 to gear 13. And so right now you want him essentially like just under, or just over 20 speed slower than Bosk. So I'd suggest getting your Grief Karga up here. Your San Holo's slow. I'd get him to like another 50 speed. He's kind of the turn meter controller in that team. Jedi Knight Revan I'd like to see over 300, as well as Darth Revan. Should be over 300. Of course, 280 is your goal here, because, you know, 20 less than where they should be with not being relicked. I might need a review. I'll give you a review, swag. It's Relic 5 Savage versus a Relic 3 only for solos, for the most part. Relic 1 versus Relic 5 is obviously just to, you know, make it so that way it can't be taken out easily. But yeah, mostly the Relic 3 to Relic 5 is so that way you can split it off for a solo and then use it as a full team and just make sure it doesn't get killed off easily. Because if you have it at Relic 3, you can sometimes just get absolutely demolished by like a Jedi Knight Luke when you're going up against JML as they start to reduce your stats. Overall, I like the direction of your roster. It looks solid. It looks like you know how to mod, which is good. It's just, you know, getting some more mods on some characters, getting some more gear on some characters, and getting your first GL. Getting your first GL should be your biggest and most important priority. I wouldn't necessarily put building extra teams above that by any means. When it comes to a roster like this, you're usually looking for meme dream teams, so teams that are going to be like you can throw them at gear 8 and make people suffer. Things like the Qui-Gon team with Anakin, things like the Iden Versio team, stuff like that. What's more important, higher relic on Savage or putting relics on Traya and Nihilus? Honestly, you can relic Traya and Nihilus in your own time. Relic 5 Savage is more important to me because a Gear 12 Traya and Nihilus can still take down JML and do basically everything you need it to do. But Savage, you want him to be able to solo or be put on that team. And you need to be able to have that flexibility in a roster like this. Hey, Con Warlock. Dude, I'm so tired right now. When do I stop with pilot relicking for this? Are you talking about like the BAM? I would get your BAM at least a Relic 5. Same with your Cad Bane. I like the Relic 7 BAM personally, but Relic 5 Cad Bane, Relic 5 BAM is minimum. Or I could not swag. An entire possibility. Hey, Ardahan, welcome, welcome, my friend. Yeah, I would get him to Relic 5 and then call it good. Mall Lightspeed bundle or not? Up to you, dude. It's gonna save you, 17 months of time if you're not close. If you're just starting out. So it really kind of depends on your roster scroll and what you consider to be worth it. I don't consider it worth it unless it's gonna save you a significant amount of time. I do think that the Mandalorian extras are definitely worth it. Garsax and Imperial Super Canabando are amazing. Yes. I mean, your Separatist ships are really easy to farm. In general, it's the easiest fleet to get up. I think the Grievous Lightspeed bundle is definitely worth it. And mark my words, we're going to get the Geonosian Lightspeed bundle in the next 6 months. Floor Nester, getting gas to 7 stars, going for Lord Vader, check Hondo. Is this an alt account? Going Lord Vader for your first GL. Level 69 with 69 power, very nice. Get the Geonosian Bundle Pro Max with this twice the price. Honestly, if they dropped a $20 version, wait, it's a $15? If they dropped a $25 version at Relic 7, I honestly wouldn't be mad for that one, just because they're pilots. I actually wouldn't mind that. Oh yeah, Trey with Savage Omicron's is amazing. I love it. Punishing One, Vulture Droid, PTLB. Dude, Brosif, Brosidon, Lord of the Broshan, please finish your BTLB Y-Wing. Dude, get the Qui-Gon Omicron. This Padme team is not nearly as good as having a Qui-Gon team on defense or offense. And on top of that, you can throw Padme with a low gear Gideon with his Zeta and do a Gidme team. Utilize your roster the best you can, my friend. So get yourself a Qui-Gon Omicron, make yourself a Gidme team. Make sure you finish your gas team fully. Don't just do Rex. Make sure you finish your Grievous team and don't just do Rex. And honestly, I usually suggest instead of Droid Deka as your 5th, I suggest Newt Gunray at gear 10 with his Zeta. It does better than Droid Deka in both GAC and Territory War. Which one's more important, Grievous or Jedi Vanguard Lightspeed? Well, it depends on the account. In most cases, Grievous is going to be more important, but Jedi Vanguard is probably the Jedi that are going into the raid and gets you the endurance up to relic level. That's all you need if you already have like a Marauder relic up and everything. Could be really, really good for you. Farming Stap right now. Stap, I don't like Stap. Stap is fine. It's gonna be great in GAC, but even then, it doesn't like lift up the GG team to like a new level by any means. It just makes the counters it already does a little bit more stable in one game mode, versus New Gunray can do it in both game modes. And yes, it's a little less stable, but I take versatility over focused in every day. Like, if Stap allowed you to kill more GLs with the team, if Stap allowed you to do more, great. But the only time it's done more is during the Stap Datacron, in which they could beat Leia. That's basically it. Especially with the raid going away. Eh. But yeah, get your Magna Guard up. How essential is JKCK to JML? Currently running JKR, JKL, Hoda, Cam. Cam is not for that team. Cam is for Galactic Republic, my friend. That is some off synergy for sure. Drop Cam into like a Qui-Gon team. Is JKCK necessary to JML? No. Is it very helpful? Yes, especially because it makes it so you can separate the team into 3 teams. A Jedi Knight Revan, a JKCK, and a JML team. Now, none of them are going to be like crazy powerful, but they're going to be solid. You can JKCK can kill Malgus, JML can kill quite a bit, and then you know Jedi Knight Revan, Jedi Knight Luke, especially if you have a Hezra, can take down like Jabba. So like, yeah. Sadcon Warlock. Is Zepho mission possible with Baby Cal? I doubt it. There might be a possibility, but I really doubt it. The Zepho mission with JKCK, you're basically fully relying on the insta-kill. With just JKCK, or what's the team, Nate? And are you talking about Darkseid Rey? Because I don't think that's possible. I mean, Jedi Knight Revan, Jedi Knight Luke, and JKCK can 3-man SLKR before Darkseid Rey. But yeah, basically with this account, overall, make sure you're taking your time to get your farms up. Don't just move on from what you have. You're going for some of the best farms in the game when it comes to, you know, Galactic Republic and stuff. Lord Vader's requirements suck for Lord Vader's team. It doesn't give him a team at all, but they are fantastic for building new teams. So like, get your Shock T up to Relic level, because then you can put it with your Relic Bad Batch you're going to get with your Lord Vader. You know, get your Quad May with a Gidmay. Get your Jedi Knight Anakin with a Qui-Gon. Get your General Grievous up with a team. Like, don't sleep on getting these teams usable. Yeah, without Rey. Yeah. I mean, JKR, in initial testing, JKR, when JKCK first came out, JKR, JKCK, and JKL could take down SLKR as a 3-man. So. Yeah, don't throw him with JML. Throw him with Galactic Republic. That's his whole shtick, is Galactic Republic. Whether it's Padme team, Qui-Gon team, he's best with the Qui-Gon team, but yeah. Do I put more Zetas on my... Okay, you got the 4 Zetas there. I have to go through and read these. Okay. It's been too long since I've gotten any of these. I like the ARC Trooper Zeta, but it's not necessary. 5 Zetas. You have the important one. Okay, so you're missing a 5s, you're missing an Arc, you're missing an Echo, and you're missing a Rex. So let me check what those are. Rex is necessary. Definitely get Rex. 5s is definitely necessary, and then the other 2 I wouldn't worry about. So I drop the Rex one and the 5s one for sure. Technically, yes, Robbie. You are correct, but it also doesn't matter because he does really good job with Galactic Republic teams in general. He's great on Quadme. Hold on. Got tangled up. He's great on Quadme. He's great in JMK. He used to be a staple of the JMK team way back when. He's great in a lot of different places. Yes, he doesn't. One of his abilities shuts off if he's not with full Galactic Republic Jedi, but it doesn't matter. He's a plug and play Galactic Republic character. He's not really meant to be Jedi specific, though. Yep, Davlinsky, you got a gifted membership, my friend. So just like how Zori says, oh yeah, non-unaligned Force users, yeah, she still works with Rey and does some good stuff with Rey. How's the Damathon been so far? Pretty good. I am exhausted, though. I am very tired at this point. I am ready to go to bed. I have been streaming for, I don't know, who knows how long. 8 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours right now. Yeah, 15 hours so far. Thanks, Swag. I appreciate it. Saw your review of Nooch and found it very insightful and helpful. Just finished Lord Vader and working on Leia now. After that, could use a rec on hierarchy of teams to upgrade, or if I should go straight to Balin. Okay. Didn't see that for a second. I was worried. Okay, very solid. You have plenty of value. Are you close on Balin? Is Balin one of those ones that you have close? You have Shin at 7 stars. You have Merrick at 7 stars. Night Sisters don't take long, so I'm not even really worried whether or not they're finished. But, you know, there's still Cantina farms, which is rough. How many auras you got ahead of you? Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 so far. When I search up a BF2 hacker's name, Halo Swatter, your channel pops up. No, rare, WTF. That's probably just because I have Battlefront 2 in the name of this stream. I played the old 2005 Battlefront 2 today. But no, I haven't played any of the DICE's Battlefront 2 today. That's, oh, let's see. I think the first time we're going to play that during this 6-day stream, I think is Saturday? No, probably Sunday. I don't remember. We have a couple people planned to play that game with us, but it's not going to be in the next couple of days. But we just played the Pandemic Battlefront 2 today. But welcome to the Beaver Dam, whoever you are. All 3 GL ships. Let's take a look at ships in general. Okay, so here's the thing, Obi-Don Kenobi. You're close to Balin, and I love that, but you have a Executor counter and a great cleanup fleet right here that you're sleeping on a Relic 5 for. You have a Marin, but to be fair, you do not have a Night Sister full team. So I can forgive the Marin being overinvested, underinvested. What I can't forgive is the Terran Malicos. This is amazing. You're already Zepho ready. I saw that you have all this guild work done. Get your Terran Malicos up, dude. So I think, yes, doing Balin's not a bad thing. Doing Leia right now is a great thing. I probably would take a second and I get this Iden Versio up to Relic 5 before you do Leia. Then I do Leia, and then I go and do Terran Malicos and Zori Bliss, and then I would go and work on Balin. Just because Terran Malicos is going to give you a GL counter. Zori Bliss is one of the top 20 teams on defense in the game, and apparently there's a way that she can beat Ahsoka. I still need to do some research on that, but I've been hearing some whispers that in 5v5 she can beat Ahsoka. So gonna have to do some research on that. And then after you finish Balin, excuse me, I'd like to see you build the Luthen team. It can beat Rey. It can do some great stuff. It's a great cleanup team. It beats every version of Gungans. It beats a lot of, really solid teams. I use it almost every single, I think I actually use it every single GAC right now. So I would drop in on him pretty soon. Overall, your like fleets are doing good. I just want to see that Relic Iden. Your value's doing great. I think your farms are solid. That's the only thing that I'm really worried about. Beaver cheats at 2005 Battlefront 2 confirmed. That would be wild. Can you imagine people like going out of their way to get like wall hacks in Pandemic's Battlefront 2? I would laugh so hard. Your player is... Okay, sounds good, General Blitz. You're a couple ahead, I think. Yeah, you're like 3 away. Oh, Don M, are you Obi-Don Kenobi? I don't know who Obi-Don is. Okay, Don, that's you. You making me sleepy. Dude, I am exhausted. I have been streaming for 15 hours. I don't know what you guys want from me. I want you guys to think about it for a second. Just take a moment and imagine. You go and you hang out in a party with your friends, and there's people everywhere, and you're, talking and having a good time. Now imagine doing that for 15 hours straight with no breaks. Your social battery ran out probably 12 hours ago. I have some experience with this, so less than. It's more like my social battery ran out about 2.5 hours ago. But like yeah. my social battery's gone and my brain is gone, and I am still here because we need to do some roster reviews for you guys. How was GAC? Oh, it went terribly, but it was so much fun. ADP. Campaign mission defend Kashyyyk is brutal. I understand, dude. I don't know what it is with Aspire. What they did to it? They like updated the AI and gave them like some hardcore like aiming, It's insane how well they aim in that freaking game now. I've been watching you for 15 hours. That sounds a little stalkerish, but thank you, Baba. I appreciate the support. My social battery lasts like 2 hours. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I got you, my friend. I probably should be putting on the 5-minute timer and giving you guys only 5 minutes each, but I don't know. I don't feel like rushing, and so you guys are gonna get scatterbrained Beaver, and I apologize. If you guys want to come back tomorrow, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren again. If you guys want to come back tomorrow, you'll get the more collected Beaver, but tonight you're just gonna get the kind of going crazy Beaver. Yeah, we did a blindfold GAC with a new guest. And one of our old guests, our first person we did a blindfold GAC with, showed up and gave me breadsticks. And I just ate it without even questioning what it was, because I smelled it, and it smelled like breadsticks from the place next to my apartment that I really like. And so I took a bite, and then I questioned it and stopped biting. And then I was like... And I grabbed it, and I just held it. And I'm like... This tastes like a breadstick. Is it a breadstick? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, is there someone else in the room? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, who? Oh, gosh. I guess sleep stop killing yourself. It's just a bunch more things as your age. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not young. Like, I'm 27. I'm hitting 30 soon. Woo. But yeah, no, like, I'm gonna probably sleep a little longer than 8 hours tonight, just because I haven't been sleeping almost at all due to work and doing content creation. So I'm probably gonna sleep a little longer tonight, and that'll also kind of spread out our time for tomorrow, so that way we can make sure that, you know, we continue through tomorrow, because not a lot of people are gonna be watching early morning tomorrow. So, but yeah, it's harder than it looks. I do not have the social stamina for it. Fair enough, Insomniac Red. It is rough for sure. Resistance Rising or the Radis 2 Lightspeed bundle? If I were looking at the two, I'd buy the Resistance Rising bundle, and then I would use crystals to get the Radis done, because the Radis fleet isn't like the most amazing fleet. It's still a good fleet now that the comeuppance is in the game, but if you can only afford one or the other, I'd rather get the Resistance Rising bundle and get the Radis, and then you're going to get a GL out of the deal for really easy, and then you just won't have a fleet, versus having to get a fleet, and you'll have a subpar fleet, like it's a fairly good fleet, but then you have to farm up a whole bunch of characters to get your GL. So I think the trade-off is better in the other way around. Oh gosh, that sounds like madness. Yeah, it wasn't as hard on like Xbox and stuff. Like, I recently played through the campaign like last year on BF2 on my Xbox on the original, and it was not that hard. But this Aspire version, yeah, we're starting to hit that baked beaver, that's for sure. Finalizer 1 with all the Relic 7s is kind of crazy, even with the price increase. Yeah, see, that one I actually don't mind. Like, I do mind, but I'm more willing to purchase that one just because it's stuff that's going to go for Executor as well. How fast is Echo? I don't know. Echo is echoing. For this team, for this account, I don't know. 323, solid for not having full 6-dot mods. I already answered that, Nathan. Like, do a traditional roster roast on these last few. Nah, we're good. We're gonna get through them. How fast? Echo, baked beaver. You always say what I want to hear. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Dude, I had someone in the comments section on one of my videos. It was my video saying, like, it was a video where I talked about how the Nightfall raid wasn't bad. Like, that we were expecting not to be able to beat it with one clone. They literally announced before Apo came out, hey, it's tuned for a full set of clones, not just for Apo. Like, we knew that going in, and so I made a video about that because everyone was losing their minds. And some guy showed up in the comments, and he's like, Read the room, dude. This is such an L take. I'm unsubscribing. And I'm like, bro, if you're following a content creator just to hear what you want to hear, you're not going to go very far in life, dude. Like, it's really dumb. Oh, gosh. I mean, if they still utilize their bad batch, but with an account this large, you don't really utilize your bad batch much. 363, a little bit fast of a Mara Jade. I kind of like to see those mods get a little disseminated into other people. Especially with a JMK, I'd rather see Cat a little bit faster, honestly. Bosch Leia, 330, very nice. Still over 300 speed. I'm loving the mods, dude. The mods are looking sexy. Darkside Ray, a little slow, but still sexy. I think it's the pointed teeth. It's really what does it for me. Whoa. That's a slow Captain Rex. I'd get that fixed. A little bit of a slow Jedi Knight Anakin. Not like killer, but a little bit of a slow Jedi Knight Anakin. Okay, your Phoenix team isn't fully leveled, so having a fast Rex is not as important. You probably just put him on Leia. But that hurts, dude. Yeah, you haven't even invested in the Finn Zori team. Yeah, I'm seeing it now, Don. That hurts, dude. This is top 20 teams in the game for hold rate. Like, last I checked, it's number 9. I just did a video about the Qui-Gon team, and this one was number 9, I think. GAC. Top performing squads. Hold percentage. We want 5v5. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. They're number 11 in the game for hold rate. Can't tell you how many dubs I've gotten just because of this team. Giggled myself to stupidity during one stream watching my opponent go against it like 19 times in a row. But yeah, Finn Zori team, definitely something to look at. Yeah, there's a reason I put them on your list, and I was like, I'd like to see the Relic Zori. Yeah, I mean, fair. You know, it wasn't necessarily because like there are some repeats, so it's technically higher, but yeah. But yeah, they never go farther than like top 20 unless there's an insane Datacron set. Then I think the farthest I've seen the Zori team is like 24, and the farthest I've seen the Qui-Gon team is 26. Like they're fantastic for hold rates, always. Hopefully that answered all your questions, my friend. Let's move on to the next one. Exile Witch would be way faster. I do not understand English this late, my friend. Exile needs to be way faster. Yeah, I didn't even look at it as Ezra Exile. You want your Ezra Exile as fast as possible. If it's not, to be fair, if it's not with like a GL Ahsoka, you can afford like a 300 to 330. If it is with a GL Ahsoka, I'd suggest 350 to 370. You too, Don. You too. Great one. You didn't even give me anything. Finish your JMK. I really hope you're working on this, because that hurts no mods and overinvested, underinvested. Exiles is amazing with Ray on defense, but the counters you're preventing is mostly Ezra being there with Kanan the Legacy. The difference between the 330 to 370 speed on that team is not really there. Whereas with Ahsoka, it opens up some easy counters if you have a slow Ezra. Bobo coming in with the $10. Thank you, my friend. Is that for a roster review? Let me add that to the timer. Aw, thanks, Bobo. You're awesome. Stop putting Ahsoka on defense. Too many cheap counters now. Yeah, honestly, Hezra with Rey is actually a better defense now. I hate how fast Ahsoka's kind of fallen off. Yeah, Maul counters Ahsoka with a slow Hezra. Guys, I'm fighting for my life up here. I do some value farms. This is an account that's lacking a lot of value farms. It's doing fairly okay with, you know, has executor profundity. Let me check over its non-essential, like non-meta. Your non-meta is actually doing really rough. You don't have a BTLB done. You don't have your Radis done. You don't have your Empire done. You don't have your Separatist done. I would focus down your off-meta and your value farms. Those are the things that I'm seeing that are really lacking in this roster. Great one. So, like, you know, Zepho ready and finding a good guild for that. Mando ready, never having to worry about Kyrotex again. Going for, you don't have to raw dog Kyrotex, dude. I get it. I get it. You have your pride, but you don't have to raw dog it. It's fine. You know, getting yourself a Queen's Men, getting yourself that type of stuff. So, I think that's kind of the big thing. Great one is value farms, and your non-meta fleets are really struggling, my friend. So, that's what I would be working on this. So don't go for your next big project. Instead, take some time, relic up your Marin, relic up your, you know, your Queen's Men that you got sitting here. Take some time and get yourself Zepho ready, that type of stuff. And then when you're ready to go for your next big project, make it Leviathan. Go big or go home. I'm so close to Lord Vader, though. I'm so close to Lord Vader, though. I'm so close to JMK, though. I'm so close to Leia, though. I literally was like, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, ADP. You are amazing. Congratulations, AR, Tony, News from Nowhere, Swago Overlord, and Jinker on your gifted memberships. I feel like that last one felt a little bit like a slur, and I didn't like saying it. 10 memberships is times, no, 5 memberships times 10 minutes is 50 minutes. So that is 41. So that's going to be, there we go. Yeah, agreed, LBC. Although, to be fair, I don't think that's as true as it used to be. LBC, I feel like that was like the peak of what people needed to know a year and a half ago. A year ago. I think off meta over big projects was the big thing. There was a reason that the AP Gains farming guide worked really well for a lot of people. But nowadays, it's becoming a lot more important that those big projects happen. And so I think that you're correct to a degree nowadays. And I do think a lot of people skip out on the off meta, and that's the big problem, because you want to put them in between your big projects for sure. But yeah, we're all close to all kinds of stuff, dude. I spent 6 months sitting there not farming JML when I had like 5 characters left, and it was like probably I think 10 relic levels among all of them to finish JML. But I was just like, I don't have the Zetas for this, and I have so many teams that I need to finish. And so I took a 6-month break and I finished all of my teams and then circled back around to JML. I highly suggest the same thing. I get it, you're close to these farms, but don't worry about it. Take your time, get the stuff in your roster that's really going to help your roster. Oh yeah, off meta swinging up is one of my favorite things in the world. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But I do think the meta has shifted away from, kind of just building for all off meta, especially because so many things are transient. The meta's shifting so much that having something like big projects usually work a little bit better right now. Datacrons are king, unfortunately. Hey Stagger, how you doing? It's been a while, my friend. Just finished Profundity, Bane, Peridia Troopers. Basically just wondering if there's anything I should address before starting my horde for the raid. IDK, if you did mine already, I don't know either, RoboMelon. You are asking Baked Beaver. Baked Beaver doesn't remember anything. Bruh. Are you kidding me? Yes, there are things to do before you move on. Bro, you have the best defensive team in the game sitting in your roster undone. Get 1 Zeta on, I don't remember, I think it's Force Dyad, and 1 Omicron on Force Dyad. Get him up to Relic 5, call it a day. Ezra Bridger, get him up to Relic 5, give him Kanan's Legacy, call it a day. Like, bro, that is what you need to fix. Like, yes, there's a couple things in here that I'd love to see. Like, I'd love to see you get Zepho ready and, push that way for your guild. But that can wait for now, especially because Zepho ready is a natural step towards getting a Malicos team. And you have Malicos in your roster. Malicos is one of the best teams in the game. Just literally play for play, I put them on the same level as GLs and like goodness for my roster. So Ezra and Ben need to be worked on. I would like to see Zepho ready down the road, but I can understand you saving up and trying to push for the raid first and helping out your guild. But Ezra, Ben Solo, get it done now. Yeah, Insomniac, I get it, dude. I have ADHD. I'm right there with you, my friend. Quick look at mods and ships. See if there's anything else you're sleeping on. 350. 300. I'm not really worried about your mods. Let me just look if there's any characters that I immediately see. Your Rex could use a little bit more speed. Grand Inquisitor could use more speed. Dash Rendar does, but a lot of people aren't using Dash Rendar nowadays. I only use them really in 3v3. First Order Officer's really slow. Even with Darkside Ray in your roster, I highly suggest getting him faster than Hux. Even if you have to drop your speed on Hux. It's a real slow Kiadi Mundi, dude. Offense mods? Hey! I don't care what anyone says about you, RoboMelon. I like you. Don't listen to Scribe. Scribbles can say what he wants. Don't listen to him. I like you. Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen with an account that early. It's literally just, you know, make sure you're continually farming them, throwing in some more refreshes. Overall, your fleets are looking good. Like, you got all your tanks in a row. Your ducks are in a row. Dude, when people's ducks are in a row. But yeah, roster mod depth is definitely something that's not overnight. The bakedness now causes drunk-like speech. Go to bed, Beaver. What's the money goal for Relic 9 Jocasta? That is a good question. I don't know if you're asking that as a joke, but it actually is on the list. I also missed the return of Baked Beaver. Well, you're here for it. When we hit $2,000, or if we hit $2,000, I have to Relic 9 Jocasta new. Does RB, does Ezra Ben go down in priority if I don't set defense in GAC? Not really. It's still one of the best teams in the game, period. And, like, you can use Jedi Knight Revan, Jedi Knight Luke, and Hezra to take out Jabba for full banners in 5v5 and 3v3. Like, no, this isn't to help move again. I'm taking a month off from my main job and just doing content full-time for a month to get catch up on, like, guides and stuff and take a break from killing myself, because the last 2 weeks I literally last week, work, stream, content, sleep, work, stream, content, sleep. That was all I did. I literally didn't have any free time, and I slept 4 hours every night. It was awful. Here, we'll even show you my current GAC. Yes, I failed epically during my blind GAC, but hey, this is their account, 12.8 million. They have all the GLs but Ahsoka. All their GLs are at Relic 9, Relic 8 area. C's the only one that's not a Relic 8 GL. And this bro went up against my Ray Ben Hezra 4 times before he finally beat it. It is literally the biggest menace to society, to the point where I no longer put Hezra with Ahsoka in 3v3 because it's better to throw him with Rey, because there's just no good counters to it. Alright, well, correct. I mean, we have our work cut out for us. Oh, gosh. The Paranoid will probably hoard the 5 Relic 5s first, then as I get the next one, I'll do the Ezra Ben. Fair enough. However you want to do it, RoboMelon. Yeah, in 5v5, the seer counter can still work, but it's rough. In 3v3, it's basically non-existent. It should be number 2 in today's world in the fight between true friends and family and health, in my opinion. Is that honest opinion? I keep reading that as I'm a hoe, and it's definitely in my honest opinion. It has to be. I've just never heard it actually used. You get the job back after time off. So here's the thing, is the job that I work right now, I'm doing it part-time while I do content. Because I'm actually pretty close to being able to make it full-time as a content creator. And I would like to eventually get to that point. I don't think it's going to happen soon-ish. But with this job, there's so much people dropping the job and everything that like they value me way too much, even though I'm a part-time worker. And so like if they don't give me a leave of absence for a month, I quit for a month and then I come back for a month after that month, and they'll just take me back because the spot will be open. Like it's just so many people aren't willing to work a job like this because it is physical labor. You know, I'm working with my body the entire day. I don't mind it because it's something I can do with my hands. It's, you know, a good day's work, and then I can listen to audiobooks while I do it because it's completely brainless. And so I'm completely fine with that, and it's a great thing to do. I can, you know, do whatever I want at work essentially. And so I really enjoy the job, and yeah, I can easily get the job back. So even if I have to quit, I'm taking a month off. I just can't with my current desire to be alive with the last couple of weeks. Like I went to see Revenge of the Sith in theaters, and it was a great experience, but it meant I got 3 hours of sleep that night, and that was the only free time I had that entire week. So did Raid Shadow Legends push you back on your full time? I mean, they canceled the sponsorship, which, I mean, I kind of figured it would end at some point just because I don't have a big enough community to really push what they want, because they're not interested in an actually successful, like, Raid Shadow Legends channel. They're interested in bringing people over. Like I'm interested in retention because that's what I'm good at. I can make guides for the game. I can make people enjoy the game and, you know, build a community there. But the people at Raid Shadow Legends, Polarium, they want people being pulled over from my community over to Raid Shadow Legends, and I don't have a very big community for that, which is why, you know, they're reaching out to people like Nooch Too Good, and Nooch Too Good just recently got a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship because he's a much larger community he can pull from, and so they'll probably have more success with that. Whereas mine, I kind of looked at it as an opportunity to challenge myself and see if I could get a channel off the ground from absolute scratch, and just a little fun side thing. So, not necessarily huge in my plans. Has it helped me with content creation independence? I don't know necessarily what you mean by that. It definitely showed me that I can make content about basically anything and still be successful. GAC stream at work. Yeah, beverage delivery. I'm still in beverage delivery, yep. Nice, General Blitz. Yeah, you pull 50 people over there if they download the game and stop. What's the point? But it's also not just that. It's how much are they spending in the game. And most of the people that I'm going to be able to pull over are not people that are going to spend money, because I just don't have the volume of people that are playing the game, like playing this game, that are spending money. I build my, like, Arnold's community, he has a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. His whole community is, you know, everyone. And it's whales, it's free-to-play players, it's everyone. But he focuses on the new content coming out, which is all very much pay stuff. Whereas my content, I typically stick to, you know, low spending and no spending content and that type of stuff. You know, with a little bit of new content pushing in there just because you guys want to see some of the new content, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm down to push for Ahsoka for content's sake and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, it was a fun time for sure. It's funny, since I posted my last video for Raid Shadow Legends, I've actually gone up in like more subscribers in the last week than I have the entire time that I had the channel running actively, which is entertaining. Yeah, Raid sponsorship's over. stagnation and also chasing. I don't think the chasing the meta is necessarily the right phrase, but it is what they're doing. Chasing this idea of what the meta needs to be instead of making your own content that you enjoy. I think it's a big problem among content creators, is like they just kind of constantly chase what's popular instead of making their own niche. Sounds good, Swiggo Overlord. You have a great night. There'll be others, yeah. Hi, Mara. Hi, Poopers. But yeah, it was a good experience. I enjoyed it. It was really stressful because, you know, I'm making content about a game that I've never played in my life. And, like, I don't think I'm that entertaining, if I'm being honest. I think I'm good at teaching. I think I'm good at explaining things. And I think I'm mildly entertaining, and I like to make people cringe with my awful jokes. And so, you know, when I went into Raid Shadow Legends, to be able to make content I was comfortable with, I had to be teaching, which means a lot of research went into doing that channel. A lot of me going out of my way to listen to other content creators and play the game constantly, trying to figure out everything so that way I could teach it to other people. So it's definitely an interesting fun thing, that's for sure. Sorry, we've gotten really off topic, guys. Back to roster reviews. Where were we? I don't remember your name in chat. I apologize. It's been a little while since you said that you're a player, but we are on player. If I watch Beefs play a fashion game, I'll watch him play anything. Fair enough, Bobo. I appreciate it, my friend. With my extra time from not doing the Raid Shadow Legends channel, I want to start posting on my main channel and be doing some just fun side projects. Player, are you still here? I do enjoy it. I actually did enjoy Raid Shadow Legends. It was rough for the first couple weeks, but after I got through the first couple weeks, I really started to enjoy it. Just because there's so much new stuff thrown at you, and a lot of it doesn't feel like it makes sense until you get it down. And there's so many different types of artifacts, because, you know, you've got like health steal sets, you've got potency / speed sets, you have sets that'll give you bonus turns. There's so many different types of mod sets in that game. So but I enjoyed it. You could take it at your own pace too. You could not play for 2 days and then come back and still feel good about it, because like it's not PvP focused. And so like you could just hop in for like 5 minutes a day for a couple of days and just be fine, just to make sure you got your guild stuff out of the way. And then you could, you know, spend a lot of time on like a random Wednesday because you have some extra time. How long do you think Nooch will last at Raid? It entirely depends on how much he puts into it and how many of his viewers he can get moved over. The first stream was a little scary to me. I don't know. He went in blind, and maybe he's entertaining enough to be able to go in blind like that. I'm not. I don't think I am. I'm the type of person that can teach, and so, you know, I didn't go in blind. I went in like researching tons of stuff, and so I could get the best start possible and start to make content about getting the best start possible. But he really just literally opened up the game for the first time like on stream, and then just kind of went at it blind. So I don't know. I'll be very curious to see how he does with making content for the game. Going for GLJMK, working on Lord Vader next. That's right. You have Cat. Sweet. You're working on Lord Vader next, which is such a wild starting farm set, but okay. Dude, you're going for Lord Vader? Do you at least already have gas up? Like, you bought the Lightspeed bundles to get you started at least, but... Bro... You have these Lightspeed bundles. Jabba is the best GL in the game to go for. Getting into the Rebel Trinity is like the best place to be in this game. And you don't have a GL ship either. You don't have a TIE Defender? You have a TIE Interceptor? I'm guessing you're going to buy the new... Yeah, you don't have a First Order fleet. Which means you have the Lightspeed bundles for First Order. You went for like the 2 GLs you didn't have a Lightspeed bundle for. I refuse to watch it since you lost your raid sponsor. Go watch it. You know, if you enjoy the content, you enjoy the content, dude. It's not like we, like, you know, we had a falling out and I threw hands with Plarium or anything. It was just, you know, I wasn't fulfilling what they wanted, and it wasn't really what I wanted either, because I was having to do a whole lot of stuff that was like, I don't know. Like, I enjoyed the game enough, but it wasn't enough to the point where I felt comfortable, like, pushing it super hard down people I know's throats. So, okay. General Blitz. These are the type of rosters where I don't know what you want from me. Like, you're here for a roster review, right? Great. Fantastic. But if I were to tell you you shouldn't go for Lord Vader, you should go for Jabba and get yourself an Executor, you're probably not going to listen. You're going to go for Lord Vader all you want. So, like, what is it specifically? Do you want to know where to put Zetas? Do you want to know what mods to improve? What are we looking for here? Because I can say whatever, but it's one of those rosters that you're going for what you want. And so I'm not going to spend my time telling you something that you're not going to follow. So give me an idea of what you're looking for out of this roster review, and then we can get down to brass tacks. Is it tax? T-A-X? I've never actually known what that phrase means. Contextually, I know what it means. I'm going to look it up while you write in chat what you want. It is tax. No, it's T-A-C-K-S, isn't it? Hold on. Brass tacks or brass tacks? Yeah, it's T-A-C-K-S. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. Like, contextually, I know what it means. I know what the phrase has come to mean, but I don't know what brass tacks itself are. For the 1800s dispute, some believe it alludes to the brass tacks used under fine upholstery other than its Cockney rhyming slang for hard facts. Hammered into sales counter to indicate price measuring points. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like it's pretty disputed. No one knows, but it is T-A-C-K-S. Interesting. The more you know. What off-meta teams to farm while I'm doing Lord Vader? So specifically off-meta. Really kind of depends on what you have lying around. Uh, honestly, you don't have a whole lot of like side farms for off meta. Like you could do a Fennec Shan counter, but that's going to be killed by Apo and the rest of the clones. So that's not really going to help you. You already have the Bo-Katan Mandalore. You don't really have a lot of the characters that you need on the side, like, you know, a lot of the conquest units and that type of stuff to really pull off any of the major off-meta counters nowadays. Where is Rebel Fighter? Ka-Katarn. Where's your Star Killer? Don't do Trench. Trench is awful. Trench is never gonna be good. Yeah, pass on Trench. Your Star Killer's missing. Where's your Star Killer? You have the characters. You bought the Lightspeed bundle. Where's your Star Killer? Did you just never finish the event? You're literally asking for off-meta counters. And he requires 1 Omicron. Yeah, I really don't know what you're asking for, my dude. Star Killer and your other off-meta. Have you worked on this at all? You don't have Treya up. Treya, Savage. So literally all you have to do is Relica Savage to do it. And then Star Killer. Those are your 2 off-meta counters that you happen to have in your roster with the pieces to them. One more time. Okay. Fleet-wise, is the Executor worth it? Yes, not only will you have a defensive fleet for your GACs, but on top of that, you won't have to climb up nearly as much in your fleet arena every single day. Because I have a Leviathan, even though I own a Leviathan counter that's not a Leviathan, because I have a Leviathan, it means that I stay in the top 6 of my fleet arena at all times, and so I literally have to do basically 1 battle a day, and I'm at the top of my fleet arena, have 0 time invested, and I get 400 crystals a day. Like, meta fleet is wildly important to both GAC and fleet arena. Yeah, I just did it today, Con Warlock. Yeah, the 3v3, you can 2-shot it with Treya. The problem is 2-shotting with Treya and 3v3 is harder just because, not because the Treya doesn't work, but because the 2-shot, the second hit, there's much less that works in 3v3. So like in 5v5, you have enough turn meter in an Imperial Trooper lineup to be able to take it out. In 3v3, you don't have that turn meter. CLS, you have enough turn meter and characters to deal enough damage in 5v5, but in 3v3, it's not enough damage. And so your 2-shot is much more limited in 3v3 on the second half, not the first half. The first half still works the same. You can still 2-shot it with a Treya or a Night Sisters, but the second half is the part that struggles when it comes to 3v3. Yep, no problem, General Blitz. I wish you luck in the future. Okay, I apologize, guys. This is gonna be my last one for tonight. I need to go to bed. I'm so tired. We'll start in like 9 hours, maybe 10, just so I can get a full night's sleep because I haven't had one in probably 2-3 weeks. Yeah. This is the last one for today. But yeah, we'll do some more roster reviews bright and early tomorrow. I have to put together my list of people we're bringing on because I know I have at least 3 guests tomorrow. I think I have 3 guests lined up tomorrow, but I have to double check. So, any recommendations for farming mats for Relic 7 and Relic 8? Get into a good raid guild. So make sure right now that you are working towards getting the Dark Side clones, getting the new Bad Batch, one of those things now, so that way you can push your way into a good guild, because all of that just comes from raid currency and being in a good guild. Otherwise, you're going to have to do a lot more. But like at the point that I'm at, I literally just kind of buy these and I don't really have a problem. It's just raid currency. That's what it is. So temporarily rogue, just find a good raid guild and be a good raid guildmate. That's the best I can tell you. If they drop a Lightspeed bundle and you're willing to spend a little bit of money, and they drop a Lightspeed bundle for, like, you know, the Jedi Allies bundle that we had before for the last raid, and they drop a bundle like that, go and purchase that bundle and then find yourself a good group that you can do the raid with. So, is Arnold going to appear in the Damathon? I don't know. I haven't gotten a response from him. I'm going to try again tomorrow to reach out to him, Yoder. Because if he doesn't remember to respond, then he just doesn't respond, and then you just gotta poke the bear again, and then he'll respond. So, sounds great, Madness. Thanks. Logged in just in time to say tired Beaver. Hey, Zatnold, it's good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Yeah, we'll be picking this up again tomorrow, so. Yep, Yoder, that's exactly right. I invited him on to the Damathon for a trivia contest, actually. Just a fun little trivia thing. I was gonna do a friendly wager. We'll see if he's down for it. But it do be late, Dovlinski. You are not wrong. To be fair, you can contact other YouTubers much easier than you can contact Arnold. Arnold is not great at responding to things. But then again, the dude is not only doing, you know, content creation for 2 different channels, he also has other projects he's working on in his life as well, and has a family. So, like, I get it. Most people that do content and streaming are typically like those people who are, you know, they're single, or, you know, they have a significant other that also does that type of stuff. So, okay, Gukka Devil. Yeah, and is a part-time lawyer, exactly. I don't even know how often he actually does things being a lawyer. GC Devil, finishing Paw Patrol for the Assault Battle, then planning on getting Leia, then something for the new raid. Thought I might grab the SLKR bundle. Where's your faw? Sharks don't make friends with guppies. Wouldn't quite call him a shark. Maybe a kangaroo? You know, waits in the middle of the water and then drowns people when they come close. Nah, I'm just kidding. Arnold's a teddy bear. He really just, he is a happy-go-lucky dude. Trying his best to, you know, balance things. It's a fast Kestis. Those are some good mods. Dang, bro. Solid. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd be a bad thing to buy the bundles for sure. Like, you already had the fleet done, so literally just buying the bundle is going to give you everything you need to do. So, like, yeah, I think that's a solid one. Hey, Insidious, welcome, my friend. I am exhausted. I am about to go to bed. I'm just doing one last roster review, but it's good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Captain Rex. Not over 300 speed. Could use some speed. Bosch Leia. Your overall modding looks good on some characters and rough on other characters. Make sure you're working on your mod depth. When it comes to characters to finish, you have both of them to Relic 7. That's very good. You don't have a whole lot that you're like sleeping on, which is solid. I like to see that as well. They're kind of in that spot where like Leia, SLKR, sure, but like getting into a good guild goes a long way, and I think Mommy Mando's should be on the rise for you. So that would probably be my next recommendation is Mommy Mando. Yes, I think the SLKR bundle is going to be perfect for your account. Yeah, I'd go all in, my friend. Go get the SLKR bundle. Go get yourself a Leia. Grab yourself a Mommy Mando, and you'll be set for life. I have no worries about this account. Make sure you're not taking mods too far, and make sure you're putting a couple refreshes into mods, and you'll be fine. Sooner rather than later, I'd like to see a Leviathan. But now I could guess I can share with everyone else that I missed GAC sign up this week because I was on a work trip. Oof. That's rough, Zatinold. We just had a really rough GAC, but it was a lot of fun. We did a blind GAC, so I was blindfolded and walking someone through who had never played this game through playing it. So 9 mil, no SLKR. I mean, at this point, this is going to become more and more common outside of Lightspeed bundles because SLKR is just out there now. He's no longer a good character to go for early on. So he's slacking hard, not going to lie. My little sister was so sick I caught with bronchitis for the first time in my life. Sucks, struggling to breathe, and mucus stuffed up. Oof, that's rough, Insidious. Okay, for mod energy, do you do mod challenges or battles, or a mix of both? Which nodes on the battles? You stick to the first 3 nodes in mod battles for the most part. In fact, it's usually the first 2 nodes in the last tier of mod battles. And then for farming actual mods, it's mod challenges. So materials come from the first 2 battles in mod battles level 9, and then mod challenges are where you farm all your mods. And then from there, it's just basically bouncing back and forth. Go look up Rabid Beaver mods, Dvolinsky, and there's a video where I talk about my mod farming plan and how I farm mods, as well as a filter for your mods, as well as not taking mods too far. So go take a look at that video and it should help you out, my friend. Yeah, probably not, Yotter. It's the Dr. Dre is probably not only a celebration of the 10-year anniversary of the sequels, but also probably to basically make people purchase the SLKR Lightspeed bundle. Oh, you guys want to see something fun before I go to bed? Since you guys are still here and you hung out with me until really late. You guys want to see something cool? Yeah, absolutely, Insomniac. I hope it helps, my friend. It's one of my oldest videos, but I feel like the information in it is still very viable today. You know, I decided that it doesn't matter what you respond with, I'm still going to show you. So I got this game, right? And I'm going to mute the sound for a second because I know it plays copyrighted music when I first open this game up. But I got this game a while ago, and it's called Bullets Per Minute. Some of you may have heard of this. And it's a first-person shooter. And essentially, it's a roguelite. And so, you know, it's different every time you play. Like, it randomizes rooms and everything that has, like, boss fights on each level. And you have to do everything according to the music. If you don't do it according to the music, then you don't get to fire. So, like, hold on, let me turn this down because it's super loud on my end. And so, like, I have to do it on beat. Otherwise, if I try to not do it on beat, it won't let me fire. And so I found out that I can actually sync this up to custom music. And so right now, I have it synced up to our Jar Jar Binks song.
Your God's demand. His life belongs to me now. Be gone with him!
I'm off beat. So yeah, I just figured this out just like literally yesterday while I was prepping for the Damathon, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I could do this for the Damathon. I didn't have time to prep anything but this song, but I was just kind of having fun with it. And so here, let's turn up the master volume so you can hear it a little bit better. And so it makes it so that way that you can hear the sound. Beat needs to be punchier in this game, but I see the potential, yeah.
That is the sound of 1,000 terrible things heading this way.
So I could do this with any Kyber beat song, any song that we have that's in our repertoire, so I could play through this game with all of our stuff on stream, and I was like, this would be so much fun. Last Day of the Republic next, please. I can add it to the playlist, but it takes me a little bit to do it. It takes prep work, because I have to basically find the beats per minute that the song is, which luckily, because we've uploaded all of our songs onto Spotify, they actually register as something I can just look up. And so I can find the BPM of our music, but then I have to set up a metronome, make sure that it starts in the right spot, which I think all of Nexus's and all of Wep's all start in the right place. Arnold's has like a little bit of a pause in some of his, so you have to realign the music and then add it in and then write down the beats per minute in the name of the file. So it takes me a little bit of prep work, and so I'd love to do more of this. But like, it's something that I have to take some time and get prep work done, but then I can have it randomized, so every time I go to a level, it chooses one out of like 15 songs. And so we could do a whole bunch of this stuff where we got different songs. And so like the songs like, let me think, what's a good, like Star Killer, right? So like Star Killer, for instance, the Star Killer song has that kick drum. So it's a very easy beat that would be able to be thrown into this game, and you'd be able to, you know, be on beat really easily and be really in your face. And so we have a lot of songs like this that would work perfectly for this game. And so I would love to do a playthrough of this game with you guys, but... Was this free? No, it was cheap though. I was during some sale. I think I got it for like $5. I think it's usually like a $15 game. It's not expensive. Yeah, I mean I could do a little bit of prep work and see if I couldn't get some more songs in here for us for sure. Metal Hellslinger, interesting. I don't think I've heard that one. No, I literally haven't even beaten the first boss. I've literally played this game, I think 3 hours total. I think that's the most I've ever played this game, is like 3 hours total, and about an hour and maybe an hour and a half of that was spent just yesterday. Not even 3 hours. I'm almost up to 2 hours, and I think an hour and a half of that was yesterday, just testing this out and trying out playing with this song and figuring out how to get custom music into the game. So like, yeah, I still don't know much about this game. I know the basics, and that's basically it. Yeah, essentially Insidious, yeah.
We shall make you bombard general.
Thanks, what the heck, I appreciate it. It's just so satisfying. Like, I love how satisfying this game is. Anyways, just a little fun thing that we could try out during this Damathon for sure. It's called bullets per minute GACs. And so you can upload your own custom music to it and everything and play it. But yeah. So, definitely something I wanted to do some more of. But it does require some prep work. So we may take some time when we have some time, either tomorrow or Sunday, and do that prep work on stream. Because I don't have time for prep work between streams because I'm sleeping. So. What other games you play? Oh, I have a whole repertoire of games that I play in CDs. DM me and I'd be down to have you on for the Damathon, my friend. Only the weak sleep. Dude, you're telling me that a week gets better sleep than me? Do the days get better sleep than me too? When you want to do SWTOR? Earliest I could do is Sunday, swag. Oh, is it Sunday or is it tomorrow? Might be tomorrow. Let me get my schedule figured out for tomorrow. I'm going to go through my DMs and make sure, because I know tomorrow evening is like booked up. We have, at 3:30 we have a cooking stream. And then I think at 7 o'clock we have, Swago Fish with, Fat Phil. I don't think we have anything for the morning. So if you and One Tired Sith are free for like the morning / like noon area, I would be down. But yeah, I need to check through my schedule and double check. So I'll get back to you in the next like 20 to 30 minutes, swag. Oh gosh. Only the weak sleep for the week. Fair enough, Zatnold. Tomorrow afternoon, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning. Do you know if One Tired Seth's about the same? What you cooking? Oh, speaking of. I gotta find this real quick. Here we go. Chicken katsu curry is what we're making. So I'm gonna put this out right now. Everyone. MST. Okay. So yeah, I just posted in the damn announcements the recipe we'll be making tomorrow. So if you want to get this stuff, you can come and make it with us while we're cooking. So we thought it'd be fun to give you guys the information beforehand. So if you guys want to go to the store tomorrow and you have some free time, you could come and make it with us, or you could use this recipe later on. So fair as that, and old. I am a little baked, my friend. Oh yeah, fair, Insidious. But yeah, I've never had this, but Caribou says it slaps and it's easy to make, so we're gonna make it together. I don't suppose you know when you're likely to do more roster reviews tomorrow. Not until I have my schedule finalized, but you can usually trust late at night and early in the morning we will have roster reviews during these streams. Just because those are the times usually when our guests are typically not here and not free, so. Yeah, cooking walkthrough. Yeah, essentially, yeah, Yotter. Yes, Grex, you are correct. And I'll probably make, you know, cut something wrong once again and, you know, do something wrong. It'll happen. He's like, I know how to cook, but I know how to poor man cook. I know how to take ingredients in a cupboard and make a meal that's edible and good and people are going to enjoy it. I do not know official cooking. I don't know how to make desserts. I don't know how to do that type of stuff. And so, yeah, he's definitely like 3 or 752 paces ahead of me, for sure. Bring back Maple West. He was fun. Yeah, we'll have to bring him back for something. I might bring back like all of our guests for like a stream when we play something together, like a Ultimate Chicken Horse or something like that. Ask Caribou if he can make Omaris. That sounds like something you can ask him tomorrow on the stream. I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let me throw us onto our outro screen. Give us our outro song. Sorry, I'm a little baked right now, so like I'm not really paying attention. Big shout out to everyone who donated today. You guys are awesome. Big shout out to our new damn sugar daddy Zai, who donated for us to get a certain type of hot sauce that's probably going to kill me. So big shout out to Zai. Big shout out to our damn best members, current and former. They always have a home on our end screen. I'm literally right now, before I forget, giving Zai the damn sugar daddy tag as we speak. Okay, he is now our damn sugar daddy. Big welcome to all of our new Damn Elite. Make sure you connect your Discord to your YouTube so that way you can be able to take advantage of your membership to its fullest. We'll have plenty of fun stuff going on, and we might have some more fun stuff just depending on how far we get into our rewards for this Damathon. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great night. I am going to bed, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Love all of you. Thank you for giving